Yeah, we're exciting week. We leave Wednesday for the Big Ten championships. We're the 7th seed, I believe, after the rankings came out last night. It's been a good spring. We played a lot. We wanted to get out of some of the weather, and I think it's been a positive. And we're right on the bubble. I think right now we're ranked 74, and the projection was the 74 ranked team gets in right now. So that can change with some conference upsets, but a good week at Big Tens, and we could be right there.
The team's been doing fairly strong this season. What are you seeing from how the guys are playing?
Yeah, our fall we only played 4 events, which is maybe a small amount. We had 2 really good ones and one that wasn't great. Our off-season program was unreal. The way guys were working, especially on their own time, and we played a lot starting since middle of January. Went down to Charlotte for a trip, and then Florida, and then we played 5 or 6 events, and yeah, it's been good. We've only had one poor showing in the spring, and that showing round 1 we played great and just didn't play great in rounds 2 and 3. So I'm very optimistic about this week.
You've been tinkering with the lineup a little bit. I know Graham Moody made his first appearance in a tournament and had a standout last weekend.
He did. It's interesting because we don't get to qualify, here, especially in February and March, a lot, and so Graham had texted me. I was on the plane coming back from a tournament. He said, "Coach, my game's ready." And I said, "Well, we're not going to be able to play, so you got to give me some time." And then this was middle of March, and that first week of April, we had really good weather here, and we put him through a qualifier, and Graham won it. I said, "You know what? You're going to play." And then he finished 4th, which was awesome because he struggled all year, and was really happy for him. And our lineup has changed a lot in the spring, some due to injury and some just coaches' decisions. And, we still don't know our lineup for this week. We know the 6 that we're taking. We don't know the 5 that we'll start. Interesting, at Big Tens, we can sub after a round. So, yeah, I feel like all the guys are playing pretty well, and, we're still playing it by ear right now.
What is the focus for Big Tens and then thinking about looking ahead at NCAAs?
Yeah, I think Kelsey had asked me, he's like, "Are your guys uptight?" And I'm like, we keep it pretty loose. They all obviously want to qualify for NCAAs. We all want to do it, but we're not going to do it by worrying about it. So basically just taking care of business. You can say one shot at a time. We talk about that. We just talk about we want to shoot the lowest score you possibly can, whether that's a 4 on a hole, a 3, a 5, a 7, whatever it is. That's all we focus on.
Last year, in your first year coaching, you had 2 NCAA qualifiers with Griffin and Cameron. Cam came back this season. How's Cam doing, and are there any guys that you think have a really strong shot at qualifying?
I don't think we'll get anybody in as an individual. Cam, I think kind of like what Danny was saying with his seniors, even though Cam's just a junior, was probably pressing at the beginning, and his fall was, for his standards, below average. And I'll tell you what, his work ethic in November and December was unreal, and his spring has showed that. He's competed to win probably like the last 3 events, or at least was in the hunt. I like to see him compete at Big Tens. I think he has the ability to win the tournament. So I think any of our 5 that's teed up have the ability to win.
What do you know about the course in New Jersey and your chance to actually get, a couple practice rounds?
Yeah, so we'll play a practice round on Thursday. They limit to 1 for every team. We've done a lot of research on the course online. It's pretty tight. It's going to be tough. Big Tens are always tough for golf. Weather's going to be an issue. I think the tougher, the better for us. We play a lot. I think we play our best golf on tougher courses where you see the winning scores are closer to par, versus when it's a shootout where the winning scores are closer to like 30 or 40 under. Our guys are built that way. That's kind of our mindset. Like the harder, the better, and it will be difficult.
Somebody like me who hasn't been to a college golf outing, especially a Big Tens, what's the team dynamic like? Is it guys picking each other up? Do people get into it? Or is it a golf course and it's quiet? What's it like?
It's probably kind of quiet. There are probably more parents than normal. Spectators they won't be. We played Georgia Southern's tournament, and they had, I think, 2,000 or 3,000 people there on Saturday, so all pulling for Georgia Southern. So it won't be that, but I think in golf, there's just intensity, right? Like, the moment, it's the most important tournament of the year, but we do try to keep it loose. I mean, off the course, like, we try to just have fun.
You said you're a bubble team right now for NCAAs. What do you think the team has to do this weekend to make it?
I mean, I think if we finish in the top 5 or 6, we have a good shot. I mean, it's computer ranking. I mean, I don't really know. And I think some of it depends on what other teams around us do. Obviously, we know if we win, we get in. So that's just the goal. But we do compete, and this is trying to get this environment created here. Like, in golf, every team's an opponent. If you finish third, it's better than fourth. Seventh is better than eighth, because they're all opponents. Everybody's like a head-to-head. So I think if we just go there each day, just perform the best that we can, it should take care of business.
Can you talk about your seniors that are going to be graduating this year? You welcome some new faces this year, and what those guys have meant to the program, even though they've only been here a little bit.
Right. It's kind of wild. I was, thinking about it. We have 3 seniors, and they're all grad transfers. Clayton Tribute transferred from Davidson, Max Schwarz from Emory, and then Maxime Lagrosse from Lander. And all 3 are traveling this weekend. All 3 probably will play at some point. It's been cool. We brought in a lot of new faces, and the guys that were here handled it well and kind of created the culture that we want, and which we started last year. And these guys bought in, and it's short. I mean, 1 quick year, but they're going to get their master's degrees from Wisconsin, which is pretty cool. And we're actually dealing with someone having to take an exam during our practice round, which that's new to me. So I know I'm an academic institution. But yeah, it's been awesome. They love it. And I won't say the player's name, but he's going to turn pro. And I said, what logo are you going to put on your professional bag? And he said the W. So I thought that was cool.